So I asked Claude, the AI, to rank the top 10 places to live around Yakima. And some of it was pretty solid, but some of it was flat out wrong. So I'm going to go through its list area by area and tell you what it got right, what it got wrong, and I'm also going to tell you some things that no AI could ever know, because I've sold homes in every single one of these neighborhoods for the last 9 years. And by the end of this, you'll actually know which of these areas is right for you, not just which one sounds nice on paper or through ChatGPT or Claude. So let's get into it. Number 1. West Valley. Now, what Claude said about West Valley is it's Yakima's most in-demand suburb, strong schools, newer construction, lots of shopping and dining nearby. Here's what it got right. It nailed it. West Valley is my number 1 most requested area in 9 years of buying and selling real estate here. And the school's reputation is real, and there is new constant development going in and out there, more shopping and more dining getting added all of the time. But here's some of what it missed. It's not one size fits all out there. Closer in, you're getting smaller lots with new construction. And the further west you go, the lots get bigger and the homes get more high end. So West Valley really covers a few different price points, and lifestyles depend on exactly where you land. One thing to know, if you're a commuter and you're thinking about moving to West Valley, is it's actually one of the harder areas to commute from. It does not connect as easily to the highway system as some of the other areas on this list. So it's something to think about if you're moving to the area. Area number 2, Terrace Heights. What Claude said was that it's east of downtown, it has bigger lots, quieter streets, and valley views. So what did it get right? There are bigger lots on the older mid-century homes, yes, and there can be great views, absolutely, yes. But it missed something big, the commute. Terrace Heights has really easy highway access, which makes it one of the easiest places to commute in the whole valley. And Claude didn't mention that at all. And it's honestly one of the top reasons people choose to live there. And it's also got a lot more variety than people realize, and obviously more than Claude realized. Cul-de-sacs and a few gated communities, which you don't see a lot of other places in Yakima. The country club is out here, and it gets more rural the further out you go. And then there are these newer suburban pockets with smaller lots where your money tends to go further. So it's a good mix for a lot of different buyers. And your money does tend to go further out in Terrace Heights. Number 3 is Naches Heights. Now, what Claude said about Naches Heights is that it's semi-rural, there's vineyards and orchards, there's privacy, and there is scenic surroundings. Now, that's definitely true. It is semi-rural, it does have privacy, it does have great views. That is all true. And let me tell you a little bit about what it didn't even touch on. The first part of that is that the commute is actually really, really easy. You can get to the highway quickly from there, which surprises people. And the homes really do skew older in this area. You're not going to find a lot of new construction in Naches Heights. It's more of that classic established home feel. Also, I very rarely hear this as a neighborhood that is requested in my area. Every once in a while, but it's pretty rare that somebody comes to me and says, I want to be in Naches Heights because it's such a small, distinct area. And that's the same as this next one, which is number 4, Scenic Drive. So what Claude said about Scenic Drive, which everybody who lives here knows Scenic Drive, they called it the elevated eastern bench close to Nob Hill Boulevard dining. Okay, Claude got this so wrong. Scenic Drive, I've never heard it called the eastern bench. It's like going out towards West Valley. And if anything, that description really fits more with West Valley. And it's not close to Nob Hill dining either, so I'm not sure where it pulled that from. And that's the risk with AI. It sounds confident even when it's wrong. So here's the real story on Scenic Drive. This is one of Yakima's most desirable addresses and desirable streets. Genuinely, you're looking at some of the most luxurious homes in the entire valley up there. Big lots, true estate-style properties mixing with some really cool mid-century pockets that also have these really incredible views. There are a few gated communities up there too, and the entry point is much higher than a lot of other areas on the list. But if you want the best views in the valley and a luxury feel, that is where you look. Next up, we have number 5, which is Barge-Chestnut. I love Barge-Chestnut. What Claude said about Barge-Chestnut is that it's really walkable, there are tree-lined streets, and lots of craftsman character homes. And That's true. It is very walkable. There is lots of character and there are a lot of craftsman homes. That is all accurate. You can find homes out of the Sears catalog here, and it is so cool. But what it really missed, or what it didn't really capture about the feel of living in the area, is the walkability isn't just nice streets. You can actually walk to Franklin Park, which is a real hub for the neighborhood. The Rotary Pavilion hosts outdoor concerts and community events, plus there's pickleball, tennis, a pool, a museum, all right there in Franklin Park. And a lot of the homes have big lots too, including quite a few double lots. Something buyers don't expect in a walkable neighborhood. And it's centrally located, which makes getting anywhere in Yakima relatively easy. Number 6, Summitview. Here's what Claude said. Claude said, known for arts and community, galleries, music, theater events. And I have to say, Summitview is actually a street that runs all the way from Yakima Avenue out to the west side of town. So the Summitview neighborhood isn't really a thing. So it's probably talking about the central stretch where the galleries and music events happen. And what's actually true about that area is not many people live right in that core area. There are some rental homes like apartments and duplexes, but most people are going there for the local businesses, not necessarily to live there. And most people actually avoid living directly on Summitview, the street, since it's one of the main arterials running through Yakima. It's busy. It is not exactly quiet living. And I think that's the area that Claude is referring to. Number 7, East Yakima, north of the 16th corridor, affordable entry point, close to downtown. I just have to say a small correction for Claude here. It's more accurate to call this East Yakima or east of 16th and more north of like Yakima Avenue or Tieton uphill, not exactly north of 16th. I think that's a little inaccurate there. And what's true is that it is a much easier, more affordable entry point into homeownership with easy access to downtown for anyone working there. You'll see a lot of first-time homebuyers here for exactly that reason. You're going to expect older homes here, some genuinely out of the Sears catalog again. And it is not the most walkable area, but bus lines run through it, and it's an easy commute to just about anywhere. Number 8, Selah. Here's what Claude said. It has a small town feel, good schools, and residents are proud of the community. And Claude encapsulated that pretty well. Selah is my second most requested area after West Valley. It's got a really small town feel, genuinely well-regarded schools, strong local business community here, and its own self-contained little world. And people who live there are proud of it. And the pride shows up in the home values too, for sure. Number 9, Naches. The town of Naches. Now, what Claude said about this is that it has a small town USA feel, bakeries, restaurants, and access to the Greenway. And that is accurate. Let me just tell you a little bit more about it, though, because I don't think that fully captures the picture of what Naches is like. This is genuinely one of my favorite areas in the whole valley. If I could pick up my house and move it to Naches, I would in a heartbeat. You've got a few bakeries, restaurants, a distillery, a brewery, but for groceries and bigger errands, you're still commuting into Yakima, which is about 15 minutes to Fred Meyer typically. It has easy access to the mountains, and that is a huge draw. Not many homes come on the market here since it's small, and the good ones, especially ones with real pride of ownership, go fast. Number 10, Cowiche and Tieton, the West Yakima outskirts. That's what Claude called it. It said that this area was more rural, more land, farmland, and orchards, quieter. And I would say that is correct on the details, and I'd actually push this one up. This is one of the most underrated places to live in the whole valley. If you don't mind a bit of a drive, because some people actually enjoy that, lots of farmland, orchardland, fruit packing warehouses, genuinely beautiful area out there, and you get a lot more for your money. So the trade-off there is definitely the commute. It can be a real slog depending on where you're located and where you work. If you work locally out there or commute into the valley, it's not bad. Some spots can connect through Naches to hop onto the highway over there. So that's Claude's top 10 list for Yakima. Some hits, a few misses, and a couple of areas I think deserve way more credit that an algorithm is giving them. Union Gap didn't even make the list. So if you're thinking about a move to any of these areas or you're not sure which one actually fits your lifestyle, that's literally what I do every day. So drop a comment with which neighborhood surprised you. And if you want a real honest read on the Yakima market, reach out. There's a link in my bio. And if you enjoyed your time here, please subscribe and also stick around a little longer. I think YouTube thinks you might like this video. See you in the next one.